Yeah,
All
and
right,
so
nice.
on. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Cool. And Ksenia, how's it going?
It's fine, thank you.
Okay, good to hear. And Ksenia, what have you done today?
I went to the gym, then I was cooking a lot, then working a lot, and right now I'm learning English
Okay.
as usual.
What'd you cook?
I cook oatmeal for breakfast, then I cooked vegetables with tofu and meat.
Okay, nice. I actually had oatmeal for breakfast as well. So, uh, cool. And Ana Paula, how's it going?
Hi, Joshua. I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, good to hear. Ana Paula, I don't think I've seen that picture before. Have I had you in class before?
Excuse me?
So I don't recognize your picture. Have I had you in class before?
Ah, yeah, because I insert this picture last week. It
Okay,
is in Montreal.
nice. Okay. And when were you in Montreal?
I was last time. I was there last time. Last year.
Ah, okay. Yeah. And yeah, do you speak any French?
No, no, I love you, but I can't
Yeah.
understand
Okay.
nothing. Even I have some friends from France. I
Hmm.
stayed with them last week here in Brazil, but I can't speak French.
Yeah, that accent kind of kills me too. I've got a bunch of French friends and
Yeah.
can't get over the accent. And they always make fun of me. Um, Saeed, how's it going?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Okay, good to hear. And Saeed, what have you been up to today?
Actually, I just uh, came from my work, uh,
Okay.
and I had a lot of work today.
Okay. How was work? Did it go well?
Everything is fine.
Okay. Good. Good to hear. All right, and let's get started with today's class. And let's start with Saeed. Can you read the title and the next lines?
Okay, sure. Uh, Decisions. Today we will learn decision-making idioms, read comics about big decisions, learn about irrational decisions, and practice a role play.
Okay, good. Decisions. Can you repeat decisions?
Decisions.
Good. And then irrational.
Irrational.
Good. Well done. And now, welcome to class. Ana Carolina, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
Good here. Nice. Ken, how's it going with you?
Yes, I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, cool. And Addison. Addison, how are you? Hmm. Addison, can you hear me? Okay, and so Addison,
Yes,
you're
yes,
muted.
I can hear you now.
Okay, perfect. Addison, how's it going?
Uh, I'm going very well, thanks.
Okay. We wouldn't say I'm going. We would say it's going. It's going really well. Or I'm doing really well. Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. And cool. Addisum, I forget, where are you from?
I'm from Thailand.
Okay. Okay, good. And alright, I think we're good. Let's go to this next page. Saeed, can you ask Paloma the first question?
Okay. What are some decisions that you make every day?
I must make some one decision to go out my home and walk with my husband to a big garden in my city, or uh, uh, mm, get all my shoes from summer and throw them and order in my cupboard and so on. And this is my big decision in a Sunday morning.
Okay. Maybe this Sunday morning? Because that doesn't seem like a big decision for every Sunday morning.
Sorry, could you repeat this?
Yeah, so that sounds like a big decision, but maybe not a big decision for every day. But let's look at this. So, what are some decisions that you will have to make today? So we can change the question. So we must make one decision, either to go out. How would we change this? We wouldn't say to go out my home, Paloma. What's another way we could say this?
Mm, oh, I don't remember. Sorry,
Okay.
I don't remember. Yeah.
So we could add a preposition to go out from my
From.
home, but it still sounds a little bit awkward. It's like to leave my house, I think sounds a little bit better, just in this case. Just leave my house and go for a walk with my husband to a big
Okay.
garden in my city. I'll get all my shoes from summer and put them in order in my... What's another word? We wouldn't say cupboard. So cupboard generally has food. What word are we looking for?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Starts with a C.
Closet.
Good.
My closet. Wardrobe, cabinet, so on. Yeah.
A cupboard and a cabinet are really similar. So
Yeah.
it has food.
Okay,
we'll be talking about
okay.
a closet
Yeah.
and a drawer.
Okay. This is for clothes and shoes, for example. Okay.
And a drawer can also be like forks and knives, generally. Can be in drawers.
Okay.
Clothes, forks, knives, silverware, stuff like that.
Okay. Thank you.
Joshua.
Is it more right, more correct to say to leave my house than to go out my home? Is it the right way to leave
Yeah.
my house? Yeah. Okay.
Leave my house would be better.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
more. Yeah. Okay. It's the right way. Yeah. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. And there was a question?
Teacher, cabinet it should be only has food, or it could be clothes also.
A cabinet would be for food or for like plates, bowls, things like that. Cabinets and cupboards are in the kitchen. So a closet, a drawer, a dresser, those are all in the bedroom, generally, except for drawer, which can be anywhere. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, and there was another question, I think. I'm not sure who was asking it.
I'd like to know, Joshua, if we can use drawer to keep forks and knives.
Uh-huh.
Yeah?
It sounds like drawer.
Drawer. Okay.
Can you repeat it? Drawer?
Drawer?
Yeah, drawer.
Drawing.
Yeah, it's a strange word, but it sounds like drawer.
Yes.
Okay. Cabinet, too, actually, is a stuff. So it sounds like cabinet. And cupboard. Yeah, these are all actually really strange to pronounce. So we've got cupboard, cabinet, drawer. I guess the other ones are a little bit more natural, but any other questions here? Okay, and let's have Paloma. Can you ask Ksenia the next question?
Ksenia, what was an important decision you made last year? Talk about it and why it was important.
I don't know what my important decision. I may create. The most important decision that I made last year was to leave my own house and rented my own flat. It was flat, my own flat.
Okay, and you said you made up, or
I'm sorry?
did you actually do that?
Was to leave my family house, maybe.
Yeah, and I guess because you said you were gonna make it up, that's a made-up thing, not a true fact.
I'm sorry, made up fact. What is it? No, it's not truth now. It's a story.
Okay, yeah, so it's a made-up fact. So if you make something up, it's false or not true. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay. Good. That would be a big decision, though. All right, and Ana Carolina, what about you? Or sorry, Ana Paula, what about you? What was the big decision that you made last year?
Okay, my big decision last year was do not accept organize an event here in my city this year, because last year I was very, very tired and organized a meeting with in some foreign invitation is too hard for me.
Okay. Yeah, so it was too hard. You were really stressed the last time. Good.
Okay. Joshua, is that correct? Too hard for me or too hard to me?
For me. You were right. It was too hard for me.
Right.
Yeah, good. And let's do one more. Ana Carolina, what about you? What was a big decision last year?
I asked to my higher boss if I could change the community outreach where I was working, and then I started working in another place, but I've been regretting it because people there are not as nice as I was expecting.
Okay.
Can I say I asked my higher boss? Because I have a lot of bosses.
Okay. So I asked my
I said higher,
yeah,
but
higher.
I'm not sure.
I'm trying to think of what we'd call that. My um,
Top? Top,
yeah,
maybe?
one of my top bosses. And in that
Thank
case,
you.
it's one of my top bosses. I think that sounds good.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, good. And it sounds unfortunate that it didn't work out, but all right. Does anybody have any questions or comments on this page? Okay. And let's go with Ken. Can you read the title and the words?
Okay. Vocabulary. Discuss. Arc. Arc. Maybe. Contemplate. Regret. Anxiety. Possibilities. Repercussion. Repercussions. Rational. Irrational.
Good. Okay. Argue. Argue.
Argue.
Contemplate.
Contemplate.
Repercussions.
Repercussions.
And I think other than that, maybe anxiety. Anxiety.
Anxiety.
Well done. Okay. And any questions about any of these words? Does anybody have any questions here?
What does
Repercussions?
repercussions?
Repercussions. Okay. Does anybody know what repercussions are?
Yes. For example, you say something, it can bring repercussions. Let me try to explain better. A consequence after an event or action, especially if it is unwelcome, right?
Yeah. That was perfect. So it's any consequence that happens after an event or an action. So if you say something, maybe if you gossip about your neighbor, one of the repercussions might be that your neighbor finds out and doesn't talk to you anymore. Yeah, that was good. And yeah, any other questions here?
Anxious. I don't know this pronunciation.
Okay, anxiety. Anxiety.
Anxiety.
Yeah, anxiety. Who knows what anxiety means?
I think it means that to worry about something. Yeah.
I couldn't quite hear you. Can you repeat that?
It means that. It means about worry about something.
Okay. Yeah. So anxiety is like stress or worry about something. Yeah.
And you are so exciting, and your heart is very quick, and you have palpitations in your heart, for example.
Yeah. So
Increases situation of crisis, for example.
I didn't catch the last thing you said.
Sorry?
I didn't hear the last thing you said. Can you repeat that last?
In a crisis situation, for example, you have so anxiety.
Yeah, you might have anxiety. So yeah, so you can have anxiety about making a big decision. It's like having stress
Okay.
of the decision. For sure. And if you're anxious, it's another kind of way of saying it. Good. And does anybody have any other questions? Okay. What's the difference, Ken, between discuss and argue?
I think argue is more harsh than discussion.
Yes. Yeah, so argue is harsher than discussion.
Harsher, yeah, harsher.
Yeah, I think this is really tough for Spanish speakers and I think Portuguese speakers because discutir is argue in Spanish. So yeah, discuss is just to talk about something. And it could even mean with in agreement.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, discuss is simply talking. Argue is to fight about something. Good. Any other questions here? Alright. And let's try this. Let's start with Ibec. And Ibec, welcome to class. How's it going?
Good, thank you. On the fence. I'm on the fence as whether I want to travel or stay at home during my next vacation.
Okay, and Ibec, how's it going? How are you as well?
Good, thank you.
Nice. Okay. And Jose, how's it going with you?
Fine. Thanks for asking, Joshua.
Yeah, you're welcome. Welcome to class. And all right, yeah, you did a good job, Ibec. And Ibec, do you know what this means? Do you know what this idiom might mean?
I think it means that person who doesn't know about his plan on holiday. Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess on the fence would be what then?
On the fence. On thinking maybe, yeah?
Undecided?
Undecided, yeah.
Yeah, unthinking is a little bit different. Unthinking is like acting without thought. Yeah.
I understood.
Okay, but good. That was perfect. What about the next one? Addison, can you read this next one?
Yes. Hedge your bets. The company hedged its bets when developing a second line of products.
By developing.
Yeah. By
Okay.
developing.
And what's this mean? What's it mean to hedge your bets?
Take a second chance or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah, okay, so not quite to take a second chance. Saeed, do you think you can explain it? Hedge your bets?
Yeah, I think make more profit.
Okay, it means to make more profit. Not quite.
When you try to avoid giving an opinion or choosing only one thing.
When you try to avoid choosing only one thing.
Okay.
So the opposite would be to put all your eggs in one basket. Would be the opposite idiom. So, does that make sense, Addison?
Yes. Thanks.
How would you use hedge your bets in a sentence?
I hedge my bets by buying a newer car.
Yeah, sort of. We could say by buying a second car. I really can't afford to be without a car. So yeah, if you like, again, it's having two options. So you can hedge your bets by having, two kids if you're worried that one of your kids is going to be a problem. Yeah. Maybe Saeed, do you think you could make a sentence with hedge your bets?
Yes, I can give you example. I have two jobs, and I like to be really a moonlighter because if we hedge my bets, I don't care if I get fired from any company.
Okay, I like to be a moonlighter. It's a way to hedge my bets if I were to get fired. I think that might be better. It's just a little bit awkward, but good. Oh, and does anybody have any questions here?
Is it a common idiom in a colloquial language or more formal?
It's pretty formal. It's pretty colloquial, I'm sorry. So like Jose, I think Jose's example was really good. We talk about it a lot in business, gambling. You can hedge your bets in gambling. But there's in several different companies. It can be formal. It can also be colloquial. It's pretty common. Not all the time, but yeah, it's a pretty common idiom. Does that answer your question? Okay. Hopefully that makes some sort of sense. And I guess let's go on to this next page. And let's have Paloma. Can you read the role of Calvin? And Ksenia, can you read the role of the tiger?
Yeah. The more you know, the harder it's to take this decisive action. Once you become informed, you will start seeing complexities and shades of gray. You realize that nothing is so clear and simple and it first appears. Ultimately, knowledge is paralyzing. Being a man of action, I can't afford to take the risk.
You are ignorant, but at least you act on it.
Good. You're ignorant. You're ignorant.
Ignorant.
Yeah, you're ignorant. Can you repeat that one more time, Ksenia? You're ignorant?
You're ignorant.
Yeah, you're ignorant, but at least you act on it. Good. Paloma, can you repeat paralyzing?
Paralyzing.
Ultimately.
paralyzing.
And then ultimately.
Ultimately.
Oh, ultimately.
Ultimately. Ultimately.
Yeah, ultimately. And then
Ultimately.
as it first appears.
As.
Yeah, as it first appears.
As it first appears. As it first appears.
And then decisive. Decisive.
Decisive.
Good.
Decisive. Okay.
All right. And does anybody have any questions about anything in this comic? Any words?
The expression shades of gray.
Yeah. Does anybody know what shades of gray are?
Yes. The difference on in a lot of colors of gray.
Yeah. So subtle differences in things that initially appear similar, or in things that are similar. So there are different shades of gray. It's kind of talking about a black and white solution where the answer is obvious. People talk about, well, there is gray in between. The solution is not obvious. And there are many shades of gray.
Okay.
The solution is very unclear. Yeah. Kind of nuances. Yeah, hold on. I think nuance is a really good way to describe it. Any other questions? Ksenia, what's happening in the comic? Can you explain it?
I think Kevin is trying to study, but then he understood that it's very difficult, and he started act like he know everything, and it's very difficult to know everything because because knowledge is paralyzing. And Tiger said him that he not such clever as he think about himself, but he a good player.
All right, so does Calvin think he knows everything, Jose? Does Calvin...
Yes. Tell me, Joshua?
Yeah, Jose, do you think Calvin thinks he knows everything?
No, I think in business you have to have a you have to have a good information to take the decisions, and Calvin don't have some information. They don't have the enough knowledge to take the decisions and
Okay. Make decisions.
to make the decisions.
Uh-huh. Okay, so yeah. So Calvin is saying that he doesn't care to know everything. Calvin
Yes.
prefers ignorance.
Okay.
In this case.
Calvin prefers to be ignorant.
Yeah. Ksenia, does that make sense? So he's saying the more you know, the harder it is to make decisive action. Being a man of action, I can't afford to take that risk. And he throws away the book. So the book represents knowledge.
Yeah.
So why does he not care about knowledge? Why does he not care about learning about the situation?
He don't want to be paralyzed by knowledge.
Yes. Yeah. So he doesn't want to be paralyzed. And Ksenia, do you think that it's true that knowledge can be paralyzing?
Yes, I think so. He's
Okay.
right.
Okay. Yeah, to some extent. I wouldn't go so far as to say he's right. He's right about that. I think he maybe takes it too far, but good. And let's have Ana Paola. Which would you prefer? Do you prefer more knowledge or less knowledge when you're making a decision?
I prefer more knowledge
Okay, and why?
because I think every day we have to learn more things.
Okay, and that's good. Why else do you prefer more knowledge when you make a decision? Ana Paula?
Yeah?
So why else do you prefer more knowledge when you're making a decision?
I think when you learning more, you have you are mature to take new decisions in your life.
Okay, maybe mature enough to make new decisions. Yeah, maybe the decisions that you make are probably better, I would say. Yeah. That's good. I think that's good. Does anybody have any questions on this comic? Any comments that they want to make? All right. All right. I think we're good then. Let's go on. Let's have Jose. Can you read this first?
Okay.
Quotation.
Quotations. The straight line, a respectable optical illusion which ruins many a man. Victor Hugo.
Yeah, respectable.
Respectable. Respectable.
Optical illusion which ruins.
Ruins. Ruins. Ruins.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ruins.
Ruins.
Yeah, maybe it looks like ruins.
Ruins.
Yeah.
Okay. Ruins.
Good. And then maybe straight.
Straight.
And a straight line.
Straight line.
Good. Ana Carolina, what does this mean?
Oh, teacher. Can I think a bit?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It's a tough one. My gosh. Okay. When you try to follow some rules, to go straight, by following the same path that everyone goes, you can fail because you are such a coward and you are not brave enough to change it, to take risks.
Okay. So kind of assuming that the straight line is the best and that you're too cowardly to take risks, that's bad.
If you follow a straight line?
Yeah. I think that's good. So being unable to change. All right. Yeah. Ken, do you have anything to add to that?
It's quite difficult. Straight line. Unable to change. Okay, straight line means being unable to change.
I think I was just kind of paraphrasing what Ana Carolina said.
And
So
what is respectable optical illusion? It sounds like a ray of light, but it's illusion.
yeah, an optical illusion is something that looks real but is not. So like the never-ending staircase optical illusion. I'll get one. Hold on 1 second. I guess that's a good one. So that would be an optical illusion.
Mm-hmm. It seems like elephant.
Yeah, but how many legs?
Kind of foot. Yeah. I see. Wow, interesting.
Many legs.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And so, saying the straight line is a respectable optical illusion.
Maybe he wanted to say kind of, sometimes people tend to be trapped by the only one perspective or point of view, but if they know more point of view or perspective, maybe, how can I say? I mean, such a stereotyped one point of view might devastate human being. That's my.
I didn't hear the last. What did you say at the end?
That's stereotyped only one point of view might devastate human beings.
Might devastate.
Devastate, yeah.
Oh, devastate. Human. Okay, I think that's good. Does anybody have any other thoughts on this? Does anybody think they've got a good interpretation of this quotation?
I think that with this sentence, Victor Hugo says that the only with the true you can go to the success. Only with the truth. You must get your skills and your tools and some like these special abilities.
Okay.
Can't, no, with only with the truth can't arrive to success. Can't.
Okay, so
can't arrive.
Yeah.
The truth, only the truth, not. With
So you can't
skills
arrive.
and tools and lies. I think with lies.
So you can't arrive to success only with the truth? Does that make sense? We just change
Sorry?
the order of it. We need to just change the order of it.
I think he said that you can arrive to success. You can arrive to success.
Yeah.
That you can arrive to success. You can arrive with the truth. You can arrive with the truth to success.
Again, so we change the order of it. So we can arrive to
Yeah.
success with the truth. So prepositional phrases generally go at the end of a sentence. Prepositional phrases generally come at the beginning or go at the end of a sentence. So even the prepositional phrase of a sentence, we'd want at the end.
Okay, thank you very much.
You could also start it with in a sentence, which is also another prepositional phrase. In a sentence, prepositional phrases come at the beginning or go at the end. And so that's prepositional phrases a little bit. Yeah, I think that's good. You guys did a good job kind of talking about this. I think that all of you have a little bit of truth.
think
Okay.
this idea means that people has to be a person has to be original and has to be pliant and tactful regarding his life, regarding his work.
Okay. A man has to be pliant regarding his life and his work. I think that's good too. So the ability to change. So kind of like what Ana Carolina was saying. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, assuming that there's only one straight line, one right way of doing things, it's pretty wrong. It's false. It's respectable, having like a firm moral code even is respectable, but it's kind of an optical illusion. It's not the truth. Yeah, I think you guys are all really good there. And I think, who was saying that? Was that you, Saeed, or Ibek?
I said Ibek.
Okay. Ibek, your volume is pretty... Oh, maybe it's my volume. All right. Addison, can you read the next quotation?
Yes. The majority merely disagreed with other people's proposals, and so often happens in these disasters. The best cause always seemed the one for which it was now too late.
Yeah. So the majority, maybe to make it a little bit clearer, of people. Addison, what do you think this means?
Let me think a little bit.
It's pretty tricky.
Yes.
If you cut it into two parts, that might help too. So what's this first part mean? So the majority of people merely disagreed with other people's proposals instead of doing what?
I think most people usually initially disagree with others, but after that, when something very bad happens, they know that they might wrong or something.
All right. Sort of. Let's stick to the first part. Saeed, the majority of people merely disagreed with other people's proposals. What's that saying? Instead of doing what? What else could they have been doing instead of,
I think mean the majority of people is not disagree with the other people's suggestions. They not always agree.
Okay. I guess the main question here is instead of doing what? So instead of what?
Can I explain my opinion? Oh, sorry.
Give Said another second. Said, what do you think? So they disagreed with each other instead of
Give alternative suggestion.
instead of what?
Give another suggestion, another solution.
Yeah, exactly. So they disagreed with each other instead of giving other solutions. They simply shot down, simply tried to refute others' proposals. Yeah, I think that's good. And so, yeah, I think that's exactly it. And then that's probably the most important part. Paloma, do you think you can explain what's happening in the next part?
I think after the discussion, they argue the human being won't learn of these mistakes. And when we arrive to a final point, it's too late to have the right solution, the right way, or the right course, because it's too late.
Okay, to take the correct course of action. Yeah. So when we arrive to a final point or a certain point, it's too late to take the correct course of action. Yeah, and the best course seemed the one for which it was now too late. So people
because
always
the human being won't learn. We see after history and ages and ages, and the human being never won't learn of their mistakes, and the knowledge and the agree with others, and to give some ideas is very, very difficult to human being. I think it's it's a it's a big problem, because never go to a perfect learning and knowledge of human condition.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I got most of what you were saying. And I think you're really good so about, agreeing only when it's too late. And before that, people just disagree. All right, Jose, what do you think here? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you have anything else to add?
Yes, I agree. When happen the disaster, it's easier to take the decision. Before it's more difficult to take the decision. But after is too late. You have more information, but it's too late.
Okay. So after the disaster, you have more
information.
Yeah. Okay, I think that was good. Does anybody have any questions or comments on this page? Any other questions or comments?
I have opinion.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think the majority person here shows rich people or leaders of some of organizations, some of countries, probably. Yes, I think as a majority we could use this type of persons who could sometimes disagree with a different view and choose a different way, and it could bring us to disaster.
Okay, so you think that like leaders of like rich what just the disaster?
I didn't hear you. Can
Okay,
you repeat?
I'm just not exactly sure what you mean.
I think when some kind of leaders and rich people doesn't agree with different opinion, with opinion of different view of politicians, and it could follow us to disaster. For example, like in Ukraine country, for example, because they have different views, east and west part of that country.
Yeah. Okay, so like differing opinions and our inability to settle on a decision or on an agreement could be part of what will bring us to disaster. Yeah.
Yeah, and to get a deal, it's too late.
Yeah. Okay, I think that's good. We are unfortunately out of time. So yeah, thank you for coming in. Hopefully I'll see you guys again soon. Probably pick up another class at some point today. So maybe I'll see you guys there. Good day. Thanks for coming in. Really nice to meet you, Paloma. And see you guys.
Nice to meet you. A pleasure. Yeah.
Thank you a lot.
You're welcome.
Thanks a lot.
Bye, guys.
Thanks, teacher.
Bye bye.